Welcome to English class. I am Faydul Islam, senior teacher, Police Lines School and College, Rangpur. Dear students, look at the picture. What is the man doing? Right, the man is delivering his speech. Can you guess the name of today's topic? Right, today's topic is speech, popularly known as narration. Before starting the class, I would like to tell you the learning outcomes. After completing the class, you will be able to define direct speech or direct narration and indirect speech or indirect narration and know how to change direct into indirect speech or indirect narration. Now let's start the class. There are two types of speech. Number one, direct speech. Number two, indirect speech or reported speech. Similarly, there are two types of narration. Number one, direct narration. Number two, indirect narration. The speech quoted at the exact words of the speaker is called direct speech or direct narration. For example, he said to me, I went to your house yesterday. These are called inverted commas or quotation marks. The direct speech is put within the inverted commas or quotation marks to mark up the actual words of the speaker. So, the speech under the quotation marks or inverted commas is called direct speech. Here, said is reporting verb. He is subject of the reporting verb. Me is object of the reporting verb. The speech reported in a narrative form without quoting the exact words of the speaker is called indirect speech or reported speech or indirect narration. For example, he told me that he had gone to my house the previous day. Dear students, in order to change direct speech into indirect speech or direct narration into indirect narration, you have to know some general rules. Look at the following direct and indirect forms and notice the changes very carefully. Direct, he said to me, I am working now. Indirect, he told me that he was working then. Firstly, the reporting verb has been changed to told. Secondly, the inverted commas have been omitted and the word that has been used as a linker. Thirdly, the first person I has been changed to he. Fourthly, the tense has been changed to corresponding past tense. Am working, present continuous, was working, past continuous. Fifthly, the word now has been changed to then. Now is an adverb. Again I am telling you, we need to consider the following 5 general rules in changing direct into indirect speech or indirect narration. Number 1, changing the reporting verb. Number 2, using a suitable linker. Number 3, changing persons. Number 4, changing tenses. Number 5, changing adverbs or words. Now I am going to tell you about these 5 rules in details. At first, I am telling you about changing reporting verbs and using linkers. The changing of reporting verbs and the using of linkers mainly depend on what kinds of sentences there are within the inverted commas. If the assertive sentence is within the inverted commas, said or told is used as the reporting verb. Said is used without an object, told is used with an object. That is used as a linker. If the interrogative sentence is within the inverted commas, the reporting verb changes to asked. If the interrogative sentence starts with WH word, the WH word is used as a linker. But if the interrogative sentence does not start with WH word, if or whether is used as a linker. If the imperative sentence is within the inverted commas, according to sense, the reporting verb changes to ordered or commanded or advised or requested or forbade or proposed or suggested or told or asked, etc. To is used as a linker. You should bear in mind that to is followed by base verb. If the imperative sentence is negative, not to is used. But if you use the reporting verb forbade, you have to use to as a linker. If the imperative sentence starts with let, that is used as a linker. If the operative sentence is within the inverted commas, the reporting verb changes to wished or prayed. That is used as a linker. If the exclamatory sentence is within the inverted commas, the reporting verb changes to exclaimed or cried out. After exclaimed or cried out, a phrase has to be added according to sense. For example, with joy or with sorrow or with wonder or with grief, etc. That is used as a linker. Dear students, the reporting verbs have been shown in the past tense because in the passage narration we find the reporting verbs in the past tense. But if we find the reporting verbs in the present or future tense, we have to write the reporting verbs in the present or future tense. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about changing persons. The first person is changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. First persons I, me, my, mine, we, us, our, ours. The second person is changed according to the object of the reporting verb. Second persons you, your, yours, thou. The third persons are not changed at all. Look at the following. The first person I follows subject of the reporting verb he, so I has been changed to he. The second person follows object of the reporting verb me, so you has been changed to me. In this way, you can change persons. Dear students, at the time of changing persons, you should bear in mind that subject will become subject, object will become object, possessive will become possessive. Okay. Dear students, now I would like to tell you about changing tenses. First, you should know when you can change tenses. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense in the direct space is changed into the corresponding past tense in the indirect space. The tenses change as follows. Present simple becomes past simple, present continuous becomes past continuous, present perfect becomes past perfect, present perfect continuous becomes past perfect continuous, past simple becomes past perfect, past continuous becomes past perfect continuous, past perfect becomes past perfect, past perfect continuous becomes past perfect continuous. In case of future tense, shall becomes should, will becomes would, but it is better to write would in place of shall or will. Can becomes could, may becomes might, must becomes had to, sometimes must becomes must. Dear students, you can change the tenses easily by following these techniques. Am or is or are becomes was or were. Was or were becomes had been. Have or has becomes had. Do or does becomes did. But if you find do or does before the subject and then present form of main verb in the affirmative interrogative sentence, you have to omit do or does, and then you have to change the present form of main verb into past form of main verb. If you find did, you have to follow the structure had plus V3. V3 past participle form of the main verb. V1 becomes V2. V1 present form of main verb. V2 past form of main verb. If you find V2, you have to follow the structure had plus V3. V2 past form of main verb. V3 past participle form of main verb. In case of future tense, shall becomes should, will becomes would, but it is good to write would in place of shall or will. Can becomes could, may becomes might, must becomes had to, sometimes must becomes must. Dear students, now I am going to tell you when you cannot change tenses. If the reporting verb is in the present or future tense, the tenses in the direct speech do not change. Moreover, if the statement indicates habitual facts or historical events or universal truth, the tense in the direct speech does not change. Okay? Now I am telling you about changing adverbs or words. The adverbs or words expressing nearness are changed to the adverbs or words expressing distance if the reporting verb is in the past tense. The adverbs or words change as follows. Come becomes go, now becomes then, today becomes that day, tonight becomes that night, yesterday becomes the previous day or the day before, tomorrow becomes the following day or the next day, last becomes the previous. For example, last night, the previous night. Next becomes the following. For example, next week, the following week. Ago becomes before, thus becomes so, hence becomes thence, this becomes that, sometimes this becomes the. When the word this is used as an adjective, it becomes the. For example, this book, the book. But if the noun used after the word this indicates time, the word this becomes that. For example, this morning, that morning. This becomes those, sometimes this becomes the. When the word this is used as an adjective, it becomes the. For example, these books, the books. But if the time and the place of reporting remain the same, we do not need to change the words shown as above. Okay. Dear students, now I am going to show you some examples on assertive sentences. Again, I am telling you, in case of assertive sentence, said or told is used as the reporting verb. Said is used without an object. Told is used with an object. Dear students, if you find the reporting verb in the present or future tense, you have to write the reporting verb in the present or future tense. That is used as a linker. Now let's enjoy the examples. Number 1. Direct, he said to me, I was working now. Indirect, he told me that he had been working then. The reporting verb said has been changed to told. Told has been used with an object. To has been omitted. The inverted commas have been omitted and the word that has been used as a linker. The first person I follows subject of the reporting verb he, so I has been changed to he. The reporting verb said is in the past tense, so the tense in the date space has been changed to the corresponding past tense in the indirect space. Was has become had been. Was working past continuous, had been working past perfect continuous. Now has been changed to then. Number 2. Direct, the teacher said to her, you have made a mistake. Indirect, the teacher told her that she had made a mistake. The reporting verb said has been changed to told. The word that has been used as a linker. The second person you follows object of the reporting verb her. Its subject is she. So, you has been changed to she. The reporting verb said is in the past tense. So, the tense in the date space has been changed to the corresponding past tense in the indirect space. Have has become had. Have made present perfect tense, had made past perfect tense. Number 3. Direct, she said to me, the sun rises in the east. Indirect, she told me that the sun rises in the east. The reporting verb said has been changed to told. The word that has been used as a linker. The reporting verb said is in the past tense, but the tense in the date space has not been changed into the corresponding past tense in the indirect space because the statement indicates universal truth. That is, as the statement indicates universal truth, the tense in the date space has remained the same in the indirect space. Rises, present simple tense, rises, present simple tense. Number 4. Direct, she says, I have lost my way. Indirect, she says that she has lost her way. The reporting verb says, the word that has been used as a linker. The first person I follows subject of the reporting verb she, so I has been changed to she. The reporting verb says is in the present tense, so the tense in the date space has not been changed into the corresponding past tense in the indirect space. That is, the tense in the date space has remained the same in the indirect space. Have lost, present perfect tense, has lost, present perfect tense. The first person my follows subject of the repeating verb she. Its possessive adjective is her, so my has been changed to her. Number 5. Direct. She will say, I am busy. Indirect. She will say that she is busy. The repeating verb will say the word that has been used as a linker. The first person I follows subject of the repeating verb she, so I has been changed to she. The repeating verb is in the future tense, so the tense in the dative space has not been changed to the corresponding past tense in the indirect space. That is, the tense in the dative space has remained the same in the indirect space. Am present simple tense is present simple tense. Okay. Dear students, in this way you can change speech or narration. In the next class, I will show you examples on other sentences. Okay. Now let me finish this class with homework. Write down your homework. Change the following sentences into indirect space. Number 1. He said to me, I am going to school. Number 2. She said to me, you are a good student. Number 3. Meena said to Beena, you have forgotten the lesson. Number 4. They said, we shall play the game again tomorrow. Number 5. I said to him, I have lost my books. Number 6. They say, we must keep our locality clean. Number 7. He said, I am happy to be here today. Number 8. She said, we must go. Number 9. He said, I have never seen anything like it. Number 10. He said, honesty is the best policy. I hope you will do your homework. See you in the next class. Thanks.